exit 425. It's where we live. My video that I referenced in part one that talks about my 8.5 minutes that I would have required in front of council, I make a suggestion. I'll leave that mystery to you and cliffhanger as to just what that suggestion is. It's a bit of a tongue-in-cheek suggestion, but still creative nonetheless. And this is, there's a recognition, certainly by me, that council doesn't have the money to do this, right? And part of that is because of the handcuffing that we've received from the provincial government over different things. And so this is why I'm wanting to ask the question. I've asked it several times, and I implored the mayor on May 12th, like, why isn't our mayor pounding down the door of the premier if this is really the right thing to do? And so my question is, has anyone from council ever spoken to our MPP, who happens to be the minister responsible for the park, who happens to be handing out millions of dollars from the various funds that they have access to purchase land to protect it, or the premier about seeking a residential free option for this land and appropriate compensation for the landowner, which I've always been wanting. I mean, I have feedback from two offices as far back as 2022, and Minister Piccini, if it's not on tape, it certainly is part of our discussion around the interview, that suggested our own MPPs knew nothing about these plans, which I don't really believe. But so has anyone ever talked to, from council, ever talked to the MPP or premier about this?
So we both know that the draft plan has been worked on since 2019. So I can't, I'm not going to speak on behalf of Minister McCarthy or is it Minister Piccini? Minister Piccini?
It still is.
Yeah, it still is. I can't speak to whether previous counselors in my position did or did not. But given some of the stuff, I know that's flying on social media, I don't think that my counterparts did. Otherwise, they would have said something. Like I said, I can't speak to whether Todd knew about this because he's a fairly new MPP as well. Like I think you would almost have to reach out to the previous MPP Lindsay Park, who's previously in his position. But I also think I think it's wild. I know we've talked on the side, but I think it's wildly inappropriate for local municipal governments to lobby the province to purchase private land. There's already a mistrust of government actions. So, imagine if this had been done, and there'd probably be accusations flying that we lobbied the provincial government to overpay for the land, and not to mention other posts on misuse of taxpayer resources.